Hello, word. Welcome back to another episode where we explore the fascinating world of vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into a word that's all about getting to the point: brief. Brief is a B2 level adjective meaning short, concise. It describes something that doesn't take up much time or space. So when we say something is brief, we mean it's short and to the point. Now, let's explore some synonyms for brief. A good synonym is concise. For example, the instructions were concise and easy to follow. Another synonym is short. We could say, the meeting was surprisingly short. You might also hear the word succinct used. A succinct summary captures the main points without unnecessary detail. She gave a succinct overview of the project. Another suitable word is abridged. We often see this used to describe books. I read an abridged version of the novel. Also, consider the word terse, though this can sometimes imply rudeness or abruptness. His reply was terse, leaving no room for discussion. Now, let's look at some antonyms for brief, words that mean the opposite. A key antonym is lengthy. Instead of a brief explanation, you might have a lengthy one. For example, the report was quite lengthy and difficult to read. Another antonym is extended. Instead of a brief vacation, you might take an extended vacation. They went on an extended tour of Europe. We can also use the word prolonged. The negotiation was prolonged and exhausting. Think about the word comprehensive too. A comprehensive report covers everything in detail, the opposite of brief. The investigation was comprehensive, examining every aspect of the case. A further antonym is detailed. She provided a detailed account of the events. So, how can we use brief in everyday life? Well, if you're asking someone to be quick, you could say, please keep your presentation brief. If you are writing an email, you might aim for a brief message containing only the most important information. At work, you could request a brief report. If you want to summarize a story, aim for a brief summary. If you are waiting a short amount of time, you may experience a brief delay. Here are a few more example sentences to illustrate the usage of brief. I only had a brief conversation with her at the party. The doctor gave me a brief examination. He made a brief stop at the grocery store. It was just a brief shower. The sun is out now. The newspaper published a brief article about the new law. The film featured a brief cameo by a famous actor. She sent me a brief email to confirm the meeting. I took a brief nap after lunch. He had a brief moment of panic when he realized he'd lost his keys. The speech was refreshingly brief and to the point. Give me a brief overview of what happened yesterday. A brief silence followed his announcement. I had a brief encounter with a celebrity. The announcement was brief and to the point. Let's keep this meeting brief. We all have other things to do. I need a brief explanation of the process. The weather forecast predicted a brief spell of rain. Please write a brief summary of the article. The incident was brief, but memorable. She gave a brief sigh of relief. They shared a brief glance. He had a brief career as a model. To recap, brief means short and concise. Some synonyms are concise, short, succinct, abridged, and terse. Antonyms include lengthy, extended, prolonged, comprehensive, and detailed. You can use brief to describe anything from conversations to reports to moments in time. It's a great word to add to your vocabulary to help you communicate more effectively. Thanks for tuning in to Hello Word. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Your support helps others discover the show and learn English with us. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to create your own sentence using the word brief and share it as a comment below the video. We'd love to see your creative examples.